glory, honor, praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, the great millstone, rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. All right, so we have a quick lesson here just to update what's going on here. So it says U.S. and Iran have supposedly agreed to a 2-week ceasefire, says CNN World. It says Iran says its military will coordinate passage through Strait of Hormuz. Interesting. Says here's the latest. New strikes after ceasefire announcement. Missile attacks were reported across the Gulf region of Israel shortly after President Donald Trump announced he agreed to a 2-week ceasefire with Iran. An official says that the U.S. military has paused strikes on Iran, but Israel is still carrying out strikes. An Israeli military spokesperson says Strait of Hormuz, Iran's military will coordinate passage of vessels through the critical Strait of Hormuz. During the ceasefire, Iran's foreign minister Trump said, reopening the strait was a key condition of the ceasefire deal. So what happens next? It says Pakistan's prime minister has invited delegations from both Iran and U.S. To Islamabad for talks on Friday. Earlier Tuesday, Pakistan proposed the 2-week ceasefire to allow for diplomacy. Shit, can't read. So here's another, what you call it, article from FoxNews.com. So Trump pauses Iran strikes for 2 weeks to negotiate a 10-point peace plan. So they're trying to do a peace plan, and I just have one precept to show. Well, all of this that we're seeing right now, in its understanding too, we always deal with contractions with these prophecies. I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, they did a peace plan, it's all over, and we wait another 8 years. No. It's kind of like 2020. In 2020, it was a big contraction in prophecy and the spirit and things of that nature, and all lives everywhere changed. The way we used to live from 2019 and backward is not how we live from 2020 to now. It's completely different. The minds of the people are completely different. The way we do things is completely different. Even the way we spend money, all of that, completely different, because of 2020 changed all of that. We're just going through another contraction, and what we see is these contractions are starting to become closer and closer and closer to one another, and each contraction is starting to be more and more intensified, like, because the baby's about to come, in a sense. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's happening with the destruction of America. Is coming to a point where the contraction is going to be so hard where it can no longer be contained. And we're getting to that point. Just because there's a 10-point peace deal that's going on doesn't mean things have stopped. MOTB is still going to be pushed. At the end of the day, America and Iran and all these other countries are still going to go at it. It's just a contraction. So you never know. After the 2 weeks, it could be a bigger contraction that happens to where it sparks a whole new thing to where war is brought to the shores of America, in that sense, because the scriptures do talk about this place as the unwalled village. All right, so anywho, it says what to know. It says President Donald Trump gave Iran until 8 p.m. Eastern Time to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or face strikes against its power plants and bridges on Tuesday. It says Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif played a critical role in brokering the extension, urging the U.S. to delay the strikes with diplomacy runs, and while diplomacy runs its course. It says fuel prices are surging worldwide amid Iran's blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. Yes, and we feel that now. Literally, when all this stuff started, I would say the price of gas went up $1.25 to $1.50, like overnight. And I'm saying that as in a steady rise. And because I remember before this war, the price of gas was probably about like $2.50. Now that I see it around my area, And of course, it's worse in other areas. And around my area, it's like $3.79, which is an exponential rise in price over a 2 weeks period. That's crazy. There's some places in Florida that are experiencing like $4.50. I don't even want to talk about California. Them motherfuckers are spending $100 a gallon over there and up north and stuff like that. So, you know, the national average, I think, is about like $3.70 to $4 a gallon. Let me see real quick. Let me fact check myself. Okay, let's see. It's about, yeah, I was right. I was right. So right now, the gas price as of April is the average nationwide is $4.14, 414. So and it did say between $4.10 to $4.25. So you got places that are spending plus five, and then you got some places that are spending about 350, and then you just add all that together, it rounds up to be about $4.14. So that is an exponential rise. Matter of fact, let me see what it was last year. The average price of gas last year was $3.15. So literally, the average price went up one whole dollar, which is a lot. It's a lot. It has increased $1 since last year, and that's crazy work because those gallons add up. So anywho, with all this being said, with this ceasefire and things of that nature, Revelation 17 to 16 is still going to happen. So you Americans don't be all, oh, ceasefire, the war's about to be over. No, you still remember that he sent those troops over there, and they're going to be over there, and this is only for 2 weeks, and he's going to send more troops over there, and he's going to do more strikes in Iran than Russia, than China, than Korea. Because I did a lesson on the Korea, the Forgotten War, the Korean War. That's going to re-spark, and there's Americans over there in South Korea. These 2 weeks are a stopping point. Everybody's gonna re-gear, and it's gonna intensify once they pop off again. Revelation 17 to 16, it says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. How are they going to burn her with fire? Through thermal nuclear missiles. The ballistic hypersonic missiles are going to fly across the sky and come straight to America. That's what's going to happen. Okay? This still needs to happen. As a matter of fact, let's read verse 17. It says, for the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. It's going to be fulfilled regardless of some stupid ceasefire that Trump is talking about. America is still going to get burnt with fire via Iran, via Russia, via China, via North Korea, via the European Union and the NATO, via Africa, via South America. Everybody's gonna throw that shit at him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who has missile capabilities are going to launch on Israel and America. And that's what's going to happen. And then Yahushua is going to crack the skies. So 2 week ceasefire doesn't mean too much of nothing to me. Okay? And Esau is going to be proud, like, yeah, see, I made them reopen the strait. No, you didn't, bro. Maybe I'm going to do some more research on this to see something a little further in detail. But from what I'm seeing right now, you didn't do much of nothing, Trump. All right. So with that, I know this is a super quick lesson. I just wanted to, go into what's going on here, in this Iran, Israel, U.S. war. Hope it was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, a great millstone in the room, and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first room. Until the next time, we say shalom. And like always, repent for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. All right, shalom.